Welcome to KetoMealsAndRecipes.com. This will be the first of several videos that will feature oven-prepared crispy barbecue chicken wings. In this video, I will show you a step-by-step demonstration on how to cut and prepare the wings and how to make the rub and sauce for my sweet and spicy hot barbecue wings. The macronutrient ratio for this recipe is 1.8 to 1, with 2.2 grams of total carbs, 0.3 grams of fiber, resulting in 1.9 grams of net carbs. Before I forget, please preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And measure out and prepare your ingredients for the dry rub as well as for the spicy hot barbecue sauce. Now let's begin, and I'll show you how easy it is to cut the wings into drums, flats, and tips. The easiest thing, of course, is to just purchase the chicken wings already cut into drums and flats, but I find in my local grocery stores these pre-cut wings are substantially more expensive. I buy the entire wing instead. As you see, the wing has 3 parts. Each section has a ball and socket joint. I begin by making the first cut between the tip and the flat part. Next, take a hold of the drum section and cut the skin to reach the joint bone. Use your knife to gently feel where the joint is. When you locate the correct spot, it's really easy to make a cut with very little pressure. It may take a few tries to get familiar with this cutting process, but after just doing a few wings, I'm sure you'll feel quite comfortable in cutting up your wings. Just be careful when you're using a sharp knife because the wings are a bit slippery. But save and store the tips in a freezer bag and keep in your freezer until needed. These tips are great for making soups and bone broth because the tips contribute a great deal of collagen. So don't throw them away. Also, carefully pat dry the drums and flats before seasoning with a dry rub. Now let's prepare the dry rub. In a small bowl, combine the very finely ground salt, black pepper, paprika. Whisk these dry ingredients well to make a very homogeneous mixture and then set that aside. Now place the chicken wings into a deep mixing bowl. Sprinkle about 1/3 of the dry rub over the wings and toss carefully. Then sprinkle another third, toss again, and then apply the last third. Coating with 1/3 of the rub at a time will allow for more even distribution of the rub on the wings. Continue to toss until you see that the rub is very evenly distributed over the drums and flats. The even distribution of the rub is absolutely essential in order that your skin has that crispy, deep fried texture. I'd like to reassure you that you won't be able to taste the baking powder at all after your wings have been roasted in the oven. Why we add the baking powder is because the baking powder reacts with the fat and the chicken's skin, and the resulting chemical reaction creates a nice crispy texture which is very close to that of deep fried chicken wings without all the hassle of deep frying. So please take a bit of time when applying the dry rub, because this step, in my opinion, is what makes this recipe amazing. Line a baking sheet with aluminum foil if you haven't done this already in the prep step. Lining makes it easier to clean up because the dripping sauce and fat are really sticky. Place a rack on top of the lined baking sheet and arrange the seasoned wings on top of the wire rack. Having the wings on a rack like this allows for the heat and air to crisp up both sides. Otherwise, if it's on the sheet, one side will be soggy. Place your baking sheet and rack into the middle position of your oven. The total baking time will be 40 minutes. But for the first part, set your timer for 20 minutes. After the 20-minute mark, flip each piece over and place back in the oven. Then set your timer for another 20 minutes. After 40 minutes of baking, the wings should have a deep golden color and the skin should have a nice crispy texture. And don't be tempted to overbake, because even the most fleshy wings don't have a lot of meat on them, and you don't want your wings to be hard and leathery. While the wings are in the oven, it's time to make the sweet and spicy hot barbecue sauce. I first make the caramel or maple flavored simple syrup. In a small pot placed over medium heat, I added the water, sweetener, and caramel or maple extract. Then stir and cook at a light simmer until your simple syrup begins to look a bit thicker. Then I poured the hot simple syrup into a bowl and roasted sesame seed oil. Immediately add your hot sauce, apple cider vinegar or rice vinegar. Stir continuously so that the ingredients combine very well and the simple syrup does not crystallize. And then leave it out on your counter until your wings are done. When the wings are done, remove them from the oven and place into a large mixing bowl. Pour the sauce over your oven roasted wings and toss until the wings are well coated with your sweet and spicy hot barbecue sauce. Based on my raw weight of the trimmed chicken wings, each serving is about 10 ounces or 284 grams. This quantity may seem excessive at first, especially for a keto diet, but remember the weight of the wings also includes the bones. The total weight you're actually eating is about 5 ounces or 142 grams of actual meat and crispy skin. These wings are very spicy hot with a balance of sweetness that is well complemented by serving them with a cool dipping sauce such as a ranch dip, lemon or cilantro dip, or even my keto tzatziki. I hope you try this recipe very soon. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. Please share this recipe with your friends, and I hope to see you next time. The link for the printable recipe is available in the description below.